One area that Oklahoma had success last year against you was stopping the run. What made them so challenging in that regard, and what do you think you need to do better this year to run the ball?
Those big dudes they got up front, they're stout. They're built to stop the run. That's just, God created those guys to stop the run. They're really, really good. Their nose is different, but you know, athletic at linebacker, do a great job. They're an odd front, a little bit of 4 down, but they're still pretty much a three down, you know, odd stack type of a defense. So they're always going to have one extra guy in the structure to stop the run. That's just kind of how they're built. You know, you got to create some, especially the zone. You know, they're really created to stop the zone, which obviously we run very well. So you gotta be patient. You gotta pick your spots, and you gotta take advantage of some other things that present themselves. But we really had a lot of success throwing the ball last year. So that was kind of the game plan, and then as the game kind of quickly, you know, a couple things happened and kind of got away, and you know, the plan kind of went out the window, to be honest with you, as far as, you know, how you maybe thought the game was going to go for them and for us. So you just respond to the course of the game. But they're a challenge. They're a challenge to run the ball on. There's no question. I mean, and the reason is because of how they play, their scheme, what they're committed to do, and then the personnel that they have.
How does their defense stack up this year in comparison to going up against last year?
They're better. I think they're better. They're more experienced, veteran. They're like 9 of the 11 are back, you know, they're doing a great job in executing their scheme, playing with a lot of confidence, playing with a lot of energy. They've really done a good job all year long. So, you know, I would say, you know, what I saw last year at this time and where they are now, I think they're better.
Yeah,
I'm certainly better on offense. There's no question. Quarterback's one of the top players in the country. They got 2 running backs. They can beat you. They got great skill. They got a JUCO kid that came in out of one of the wideouts and making plays all over the field. Got a different play caller. You know, a lot of 10 personnel, a little bit of 11 personnel, a little bit of 21, but a lot of different personnel groups. But they play fast and a lot of pop passes and do a great job, you know, running the ball and involving the running backs in the passing game too.
How has Deshaun developed as a runner? 3 of the last 5 games he's led you guys in running the football. And just is it just a deal where he just gets more confidence on his knee and as it goes along, or have you seen something where he's become better at running the football?
Yeah, he's always been good at running the ball. He's bigger and stronger. That's probably the biggest thing. Bigger, stronger, more experienced, and you know, just has a great feel for what we're doing. Just even more ownership of our offense from where he was starting out last year. But I hope nobody's going to ask me again this fall if we're going to run the quarterback. You know, I always just laugh when I get that question. I'm like, we're not going to win if we don't run our offense. But you know, part of it is what the defense gives you too. That's part of it. So he just plays within the system. Some runs are designed and they're called specifically, you know, certain situations specifically for him. A lot of the runs are, you know, they're just decisions that he makes, and so it's what the defense is giving us. So it just kind of varies, and then he gets some yards off of scrambles too. I mean, that's just kind of the nature of who he is. But he's just bigger, stronger, and just more confident as far as ownership of our system. You know, his 2nd year into this thing.
You had some more time with Deshaun away from the context of playing here this weekend. What strikes you most about how he handles all the stuff aside from the
no different than he does when it's, you know, 4th and 1, you got to get it, 4th and 5, and we're going for it, 3rd and 8, and the game's on the line. He just handles everything the same. He's just like that. That's probably, that might be. I mean, he's got a lot of great qualities. He's very intelligent, first of all, unbelievable work ethic and talent and skills. He's a great leader. He's incredibly committed, but just his poise, that might be his greatest attribute. You know, just the poise that he has in all situations. He just gets it. He has a great understanding for the platform that he has. He embraces it, and he just has fun with it. does not get overwhelmed at all. He was really, he's kind of born to do what he does, and it just comes natural to him.
You mentioned Wayne earlier. What changed for him this year that he's been able to be as consistent as he's been?
Just experience. That's it. I mean, that's just father time taking place. Just experience. He just grows up. It's just like, I'm sure a lot of you guys played football maybe in high school or whatever. And did you play football in high school by any chance?
No.
Or any sport?
No.
Okay.
I was in the band.
All right. Well, you were in the band. All right. Well, that's okay.
I was the drum captain.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: were you better in the band as a senior than you were as a freshman?
Yes, I was.
Why? More confident, more sure of yourself. You know that you know what you're doing. Your leadership is different. It's the same thing, and that's really all it is. It's just father time, And I sometimes that's what I try to express to you guys sometimes and our fans, because sometimes guys, rarely do you have a Deshaun Watson or Sammy Watkins. Most of the time guys develop like Kevin Dodd. Who, when he was a redshirt freshman, I mean, it was like he may never play here. Literally. But guys, if they will work, they got to have the talent. But if you will work, do the things, most guys just develop. But even Sammy Watkins was better as a junior than he was as a freshman. Deshaun Watson was better as a sophomore than he was as a freshman. Guys get better. I'm a better coach now in 2015 than I was in 1993. That's really all it is. I mean, his work ethic, how he's built his body, bigger, stronger, faster, more knowledgeable, and with that comes more confidence, and then our offensive line, the job that they've done, incredible. I mean, we hadn't given up a sack in 5 straight games, not one sack in 5 games. So our offensive line has done a great job. Our offensive line has not given up a sack. We may have given up one on our quarterback or on our running back, but our OL has not given up a sack in 5 games.
That